Welcome to our Senior Primary Information session. My name is Stuart Mead and I'm the Principal at Matthew Flinders Anglican College. Welcome to our Senior Primary Information session. Welcome to our Senior Primary Information Session. My name is Stuart Mead and I'm the Principal at Matthew Flinders Anglican College. And it's a shame that restrictions prevent us from meeting face to face. But thank you all for making the time to instead gather in this online space. As a principal of more than 17 years, I'm well aware that one of the toughest jobs for parents is to choose the right school for their child. One that enables them to thrive, to reach their potential and to build character and self-confidence. Over the next 30 minutes or so, some of our primary leadership team will give you an insight into the senior primary years and beyond at Flinders. We hope these presentations help you to imagine your child here at Flinders as they explore and embrace the rich academic life and the extensive co-curricular opportunities we offer as part of our caring and dynamic community. Flinders is a quality education choice on the Sunshine Coast because we support and challenge every student from prep to year 12 to embrace new opportunities, to strive to achieve excellence in all that they do and to think of others as they contribute to a better world. So I hope you enjoy these presentations and hopefully they will provide the information you require. Please get in touch with our team if you have further questions. The aim is to inform you and to make your decision regarding the choice of school for your child as simple and as painless as possible. And now it's my pleasure to hand over to our Head of Primary, Mrs. Trudy Edwards.
Welcome mums and dads, albeit virtually, to our Senior Primary Information Evening. I'm Trudy Edwards and I have the very great privilege to be the Head of Primary School here at Matthew Flinders Anglican College. I can say to you hand on heart that this is a very special school, unique not just because of its incredible physical environment, but also in the level of dedication to the students in our care, the deep commitment to evidence-informed teaching, and the provision of opportunities to enable our students to excel in learning and in life. An environment for them to experience connection, excitement, challenge, success, and joy. Our strategic and master building plan provides for our students today, but also well into the future. Those joining our school next year will be the beneficiaries of two very exciting new projects in the primary school. Our new Year 5 and 6 precinct, which is opening in 2021, along with the newly refurbished library. The Year 5 and 6 precinct provides a modern and inspiring space for Flinders students to learn and to gather with flexible furnishings, a digital zone, breakout spaces, and leveraging our natural environment with the addition of what we're calling tree houses, where the balcony breakout spaces sit amongst the treetops. To provide our students with a genuinely agile learning environment, the space will also feature a large year-level gathering space on each floor, homerooms for classes, and a full range of richly integrated technology, including iPads, drones, multi-level display capacities, shared laptops, and smart TVs. Unlike the 5-6 precinct, which is vibrant, high energy and about the head, the newly refurbished library, which will begin development at the end of this year, will be named the Wonderarium, is a place to engage the heart as much as the head and aims to provide a sense of awe, connection and inspiration. A place for students, staff and parents, a space which draws people from the operational aspects of school to the inspirational, a place of wonder. A space which connects with the natural environment and welcomes students to explore more than just books, but also creativity. A place which identifies Flinders Primary School as one where creativity and literature are at our core. We're already working with our architects in the design phase and we're really excited about how these plans will evolve. Further developments such as the Year 7 precinct, which also houses new science labs, is complemented with plans for a new design precinct to be built in the senior school in the coming years. It is the students enrolling in the primary school next year who will gain the full benefit of these projects in the coming years. But a school is far more than its buildings. At Flinders, your children will be marinated in a values-rich community, as our values are integral to who we are as a community. The academic domain of the Flinders experience is our core business, but just as important as the ATAR that they'll achieve at the end of Year 12 is that each and every student leaves us with character dispositions of justice and compassion, integrity and courage to stand up and to do what is right in order to make a positive contribution to the world. Relationships are key, this we know. Children need to feel a sense of belonging. This we also know. And it is relationships that build the positive environment which enables each student to feel a genuine sense of belonging here. A student will move mountains if they have a community that sets the bar high, provides support needed, and develops the dispositions required to respond to success with humility, loss with grace, and to draw on resilience in the face of challenges. Your child's going to find their champion here, an adult that is there for them, who pushes them to greater heights, provides the words of encouragement when needed, and helps pick them up when they fall, but who also knows not to steal any opportunity which develops confidence, persistence, and resilience. We don't protect children from the discomfort of challenge. In fact, we equip them with the building, the skills and dispositions to engage deeply with challenges, be they academic, sporting, or cultural. We're unapologetic about the high expectations we have of our students and of ourselves. Good is indeed the enemy of great, and we know students thrive when we balance expectations with support. Our staff go above and beyond so that each student embraces new opportunities, new challenges, and feels inspired to find their passions through exploration, moving out of their comfort zone. We can all remember teachers who inspired us to become more than we ourselves thought we could be through their unwavering belief that each student has more in them. Flinders is aspirational for each student in order for them to gain a genuine sense of confidence in themselves. There are exciting days ahead for your children and important decisions for you to make regarding their education. We do hope this evening provides you with a sense of who we are at Flinders and what our aspirations are for our students, your children. If you have any questions or wish to learn more, please don't hesitate for a moment to be in touch. Thank you for your time, and I do look forward to meeting you in person soon. Good evening.
You may wonder what sets us apart as an educational environment. I'm Debbie Plank, Head of Learning and Teaching in the Primary School, and it's my absolute pleasure to talk about the finer details of what excellence in learning looks like in Flinders Primary. All schools follow the Australian curriculum, as we do. However, our focus is narrow and sharp. At Flinders, there is a strong focus on literacy and numeracy to build surface, deep and transfer levels of understanding and competency. A range of evidence and research-informed programs assist our students to achieve excellence in learning and life. Many of these programs address the surface-level learning or the basic knowledge, skills and understanding needed in long-term memory in order to free up children's working memory so they can use that space for deeper thinking and learning, not only in English and maths, but in all subjects. Our Ready For program is our Flinders primary approach to personalised, also known as differentiated learning. Ready For groupings are informed by sets of data to ensure each child is learning at the right level of challenge for them individually by providing targeted, precise, differentiated and personalised teaching for students depending on their readiness. This may involve being ready to consolidate core concepts and build conceptual understanding, engage with and apply core concepts and understanding in familiar contexts, or apply conceptual understanding and knowledge to complex, unknown and abstract contexts. Supported by specialist teachers, including learning support staff and our mathematics and English specialist teachers, enables this level of differentiation to occur, which also means lower student to teacher ratio and far more personalised learnings in all groupings. Last year we introduced the impact program in Year 3 and based on its success extended the program to include Years 4 and 6 this year, with Years 2 and 5 coming on board in 2021. The impact program integrates the humanities, science and technology curriculums in order to engage fully in social entrepreneurship, which essentially overlaps the fields of design, business, social and cultural studies, the environmental sciences and the emerging technologies. Underpinning such an approach is the design thinking process for creating new and innovative ideas and solving complex problems through connectedness and consideration of others' perspectives. As designers of the future, our students need to learn and utilise surface-level skills and knowledge to address real-world problems at a deep and application level of thinking and learning. The integrative nature of the impact program supports teachers to work collaboratively and leverage the expertise of co-facilitators from within the college with specific specialists such as the Head of Emerging Technologies and Innovation, the Head of Information, Literature and Resources, Coordinator of Talent Development, Director of Creative Arts and the Primary School Counsellor to support the development of specific knowledge, skills, understanding and processes. In addition, building partnerships locally, nationally and globally with industry, entrepreneurs, community members and organisations and universities provides access to and interaction with co-facilitators with distinctive expertise. Last year we leveraged the expertise of a leading permaculture expert to support student learning in their environmental entrepreneurial project. Our Year 6 students greatly benefited from working with a Sunshine Coast entrepreneur and businessman who both inspired and motivated students with a focus on the dispositions needed in the big wide world of business. This, coupled with mentoring from the Westpac Business Branch, provided our students with expertise beyond the classroom and truly engaged the entrepreneurial spirit of our students as they develop their own businesses. The design thinking process is not new to the business world, but it is considered very new as a way of thinking in education. To support our teachers and students in this contemporary learning, we have formed a professional partnership with the QUT Creative Industries School of Design. As one of the first primary schools to partner with the university, last year teachers commenced design-led professional development centred on innovative pedagogy and curriculum design skills. The partnership continues this year through the QUT Design Labs research platform, as teachers and students will be involved in surveys, interviews, focus groups and reflective journals as the students go about their entrepreneurship projects. This research data will help to inform the ongoing co-creation of professional development and curriculum development in the college and will be of benefit to the educational and research world outside of Flinders. We are truly excited about the excellence in learning at Flinders. I now leave you to hear more from the remaining presentations.
Hello, my name is Ingrid Clark and I'm Head of Senior Primary. In my role, I support the Year 4 to 6 Senior Primary sub-school students and families. Both Trudy and Debbie have provided you with a view into our school, who we are, what we offer and what we aspire towards. The next part of this virtual tour will enable you to explore the opportunities we provide for the senior primary students as they prepare for their journey towards secondary schooling. At Flinders, we prioritise getting to know our students and building strong relationships that will support our students in developing the confidence and the resilience needed for learning and life. We balance our rigorous academic programs with a strong focus on each and every child's well-being, supporting students to feel safe, connected and confident. Our Wellbeing Compass online hub provides direction for our wellbeing curriculum and pastoral care practices at Flinders. The college values of courage, respect, integrity and compassion encircle our compass points and are central to everything we do at Flinders. The values provide the framework that we use to engage our students in discussion, reflection, and learning about the importance of demonstrating these values in our everyday life. Our wellbeing curriculum embeds the key competencies we want our students to develop. These include self-awareness, that's recognising their own thoughts, values and emotions and learning how these impact their behaviour. Social awareness is learning to respect others, accept difference and appreciate diversity. Thirdly, self-management, learning to self-regulate thoughts, emotions and behaviours in a range of situations. And lastly, relationship skills and responsible decision making to establish healthy, sustainable relationships. During timetabled wellbeing lessons, students are taught the explicit skills to develop their competencies and resilience. Across our week, students participate in class time known as Flinders Way. This is when teachers revisit social skills and check in with the students on how they are applying these skills to their play and their learning. Throughout each term, the students participate in chapel services, sub-school assemblies and year-level assemblies. Once a term, we also gather all prep to Year 6 students and staff for our primary school assembly in the Performance Centre. Meeting together regularly builds our community and our school spirit and is a time when we showcase and appreciate the talents and actions of our students and our staff. We welcome parents to be involved in their children's learning. This is celebrated at Senior Primary VIP mornings, the Year 6 celebration and awards. At Flinders, we aspire to support our students in developing leadership skills. Students in Senior Primary can nominate to be a staff and student council representative. They attend fortnightly meetings to plan, market and facilitate community building activities and fundraising outreach initiatives to support local, national and global charities. Leadership is a journey and the skills can be learnt over time by ensuring students have opportunities to lead others and significant events. In Year 6, all students are supported in developing their leadership skills through their participation in the Year 6 Leadership Day, their facilitation of the Flinders Friends program, which students teach to Year 2 to 5 multi-age student groups. We recognise the significant milestone of students entering their final year of primary school and design a special leadership shirt each year for our Year 6 students to wear. Our Year 6 students also are encouraged to take a student leadership role. These include the roles of primary school leaders, house captains, music captains for choir, orchestra and band, library monitors and staff and student council representatives. Our senior primary students engage in weekly lessons with specialist teachers across a range of learning areas, including music, visual arts, French, Japanese, rave, HPE and IT. Students are also offered the opportunity to participate in a wide range of co-curricular activities that align with their interests and learning capabilities. These include chess, staff and student council, maker club, yoga, dance, Optiminds, garden club, Flinders choir and Flinders band. We also offer students the opportunity to play a wide range of sports through our Skizzer inter-school sports program, physical education lessons, school carnivals and Flinders club sports. Our camp programs offer a diversity of experiences. Year 4 participate in a one-night outdoor adventure and recreation camp at QCCC at Mapleton. Year 5 attend 2 nights at the Sunshine Coast Recreation Camp at Curramundi, and Year 6 fly to Canberra to tour the national capital, staying 4 nights at the Australian Institute of Sport. Each primary class begins and finishes their day in their home classroom with their class teacher. These spaces have flexible furnishings that support a range of learning styles and activity. Our beautiful school grounds, spacious green environment and facilities provide many spaces for students to play as well as learn. Nature spaces like our outdoor classroom, the rainforest and our edible garden are perfect learning zones for students to investigate, problem solve, collaborate, create and innovate. Moving school environments brings change. Often with this change there are mixed emotions. The sadness of leaving a familiar school, friends and home, and also the excitement that comes when you begin at a new school where there are new experiences, different facilities and friends. The Flinders Transition Program reflects our commitment to minimising the effects of these changes on each child and family as they join our school community. I welcome Mrs. Kathy Bird to join us now to share her experience of transitioning her daughter to Flinders.
Oh, incredibly proud of Alana. I guess Alana's always had, dreams to one day hopefully achieve a leadership position in school, and being a new student in grade 5, that was always going to be a big challenge for her. But a credit to the school, what they did in terms of the buddy system, the orientation. She just felt so welcome at the outset, and that really helped Alana settle in really quickly. And then she made some beautiful friendships as well, and those friends really gave Alana, a nurturing environment where they were encouraging and so supportive of her and told her just to give it a go. Mm-hmm. And she did, and I guess Flinders gave Alana the opportunity to actually be considered for that role, and she just pretty much, once she was settled in, we were so proud of the way she got involved with the school earlier on, and that really helped her in, pursuing that goal. And yeah, it was one of the most proudest moments in both, her life and also as her parents, to be told that she was selected as the primary school leader for 2020 in such a short period of time, and that's a credit to the school environment as well.
Yeah, well, that's lovely to hear that from you, and you speak from your heart about that. I wonder, what are the reasons why you continue the journey with Matthew Flinders, into the future of Alana's schooling? What keeps you here?
What keeps us here?
Yeah.
To be honest, I've been really impressed just with the school culture from the very, very beginning. It's such a welcoming, it's a nurturing, a supportive environment. I felt that as a parent as well, as a new family coming to the school. There's always trepidation. But when we got here, we had parents actually reach out to us prior to attending to the school just to make us feel more welcome, settled. And I guess Alana, like most students, they have dreams and desires to really reach their academic potential, their sporting potential, and I honestly believe that the environment has to be conducive for that, and Alana has absolutely just blossomed here at Flinders. It's a studious environment, and just the programs that you have at the school, there's just so much for students to be able to reach their potential and prosper. Well, we're really happy with Flinders and the education that it provides for Alana. And to be absolutely honest, it was the best decision that John and I made for our daughter to come here to Flinders. And I would welcome any prospective parent to come to this school because it offers so much.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing all of that information. And you know what, it makes me proud too, because, I'm part of that journey for your daughter, and what I believe our staff offers for the children and the care that we offer and the culture that we try to develop. Truly, your daughter is a living example of how, students who come to us truly blossom. So thank you for us being able to have her as part of our journey too.
Oh, that's no problem. It's a very inclusive school. I love the VIP days and also the grandparents days. Great. It makes you feel valued that you're part of the community too.
Yeah.
And it really is a nice environment for children.
Yeah. And for the family.
And for the family, yes.
Yeah. Thank you again.
No problem.
There are many advantages to your child commencing schooling at Flinders in Year 5. It enables new students with the opportunity to become familiar with the Flinders school culture and community through their education, engagement in a variety of specialist learning areas, participation in school events, sport and the arts. To have attained this familiarity with the Flinders school culture and to have established connections with friends within our school community is advantageous prior to transitioning into the secondary learning environment. Joining Flinders in senior primary supports students in engaging in more rigorous, differentiated learning from an early age, enabling all learners to reach their academic potential and establish a positive approach to learning. There are also many social advantages for students as they develop new friendships with both the existing students and the new students whom we welcome in our annual Year 5 intake. There are also shared experiences in Years 5 and 6 that provide opportunities to deepen these friendships through students' participation in school camps, leadership days, tours, excursions, and the Year 6 musical. An added attraction for students commencing in Year 5 or Year 6 in 2021 is that these students will be the first to occupy and learn in the newly built Year 5 and 6 precinct, which better supports the 21st century learning pedagogies that are embedded in our Flinders teaching practice. Thank you, Barclay and Lockie, for joining with me this morning so that we could talk to you both about some of the highlights of your time at Flinders. Now, Barclay joined us only this year, so he's very new to Flinders still, and Lockie joined us in Year 5 and he's now in Year 6.
Yeah.
So let's start with you, Barclay. Can you share with us some of the highlights that you have experienced being part of the Flinders community this year?
I really enjoy the big ride and going to the secondary science lab.
That sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
And what else do you remember doing, like this year, that you've really enjoyed at Flinders?
I really enjoy the Skizzer Sports program as well,
Yeah.
and playing rugby for the Flinders Club.
Oh, thank you, Barclay. They're nice beginnings, aren't they, in helping you to get to know people and transition into our community. How about you, Lockie? Would you like to share some of your highlights with us?
So within a few weeks, I was exposed to leadership opportunities, such as being my class leader through the SSC program, and understood how I could work towards being either considered for school or house captain. Every Thursday, we get to train and play a wide variety of sports against other schools in Skizzer, which is a great way to meet new students across schools. I've also represented Flinders in the cricket and rugby clubs, who welcomed me in with loads of support.
So lovely to hear, Lockie. You've
Yeah.
obviously really made good connections through sport, haven't you? Yeah.
Academically, Flinders, there have been many opportunities to extend our learning. There's Da Vinci, Tournament of the Minds, Debating and Maths Olympiad, as well as Ready for Maths, English and Spelling. One of my favourite subjects is impact, where we get the opportunity to help out other people in the world.
Lockie, that's really great, isn't it, to know that you can make a difference?
Yeah.
Did you have anything further to add?
Yeah, and even though I'm not that musical, I'm so excited to finish off my primary school days singing and dancing on stage with all my friends in the Year 6 musical, Moana.
Oh, and that's about to happen in term 4, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yes, so that's really exciting. So thank you, boys. I really appreciate you sharing your special memories and highlights, because I think it helps other children to understand, the journey towards joining Flinders in senior primary. So thank you. Our Year 6 students are also supported in their transition to secondary schooling through their attendance at the Year 7 Parent and Student Information Evening and the secondary school orientation. Students tour the secondary learning environment and participate in specialist lessons during their orientation, so they begin to become familiar with the staff, students and their new classrooms. I hope you have gained greater insight into senior primary at Flinders. I now hand over to our panel of experts for our question and answer session. We thank you for forwarding your questions for our virtual event this afternoon. Our panel of experts who are with me this afternoon are Mrs. Debbie Plank, who is the Head of Learning and Teaching at Flinders, and I have beside me Mrs. Trudy Edwards, our Head of Primary. So together we're going to answer your questions that have come in. Our first question is about how Flinders provides leadership opportunities for students that may not commence at the start of a given school year. Although our student leaders, our Semester 1 house captains and music captain roles are voted in at the end of the student's Year 5 school year, there are still opportunities for new Year 6 students and new students to our senior primary to go for positions such as Semester 2 house captains and our staff and student representative council. So we do provide many opportunities throughout the school year for our senior primary students to begin their leadership journeys. The next question that was forwarded was in relation to how do you check in with the new students at the start of the year to gauge how they are going? Now, as Head of Senior Primary, it is my role to look after the students pastorally and to ensure that they are settling into our Flinders community. I do this in a range of different ways with the support of the leadership team. Our college chaplain also assists, as do our college counsellors. We're all involved with the students with their social emotional wellbeing and also looking at how they are academically progressing and settling in as well. We check in with them by visiting classrooms, we meet with class teachers, specialist staff, do playground observations, and also ensure that they're connecting with their peers socially. We ensure that they have 2 buddies on arrival that connect with them and help them to transition into their new classroom and into the school. We also speak with the students socially at every opportunity, when we're greeting students in the mornings, when we're on playground duties, and we also have a special welcome morning tea within the first few weeks of the children arriving, just to make sure all our new students are settling in well and feeling happy and generating that sense of belonging to our school community. Our next question that has come in is in relation to our academic program. Specifically, the question refers to our Ready For groups. Now, I'm going to direct you to our Head of Primary, Trudy Edwards, to answer this question. So how do children adapt to the splitting up of classes for the Ready For groups? Trudy?
It's a great question. So our Ready For groups are really core to our personalised learning approach here. What we know is that children need to be taught at their point of readiness, hence our Ready For program. How do our kids adapt to those changes? It's just part of who we are. The children adapt really, really well. So there's no issues about them moving classes. We have such a broad specialist program here that they're moving for languages and HPE, for music lessons, for chapel. So there's a lot of movement around the school. So moving for Ready For is just like that for them. The children see it as an extension of that specialist program. The feedback from the children is that they love it because they're being taught in smaller classes, so they get more time with their teacher, more feedback from their teacher, and they're also able to ensure that they can actually access the curriculum at their point of readiness. Our secondary teachers are also really keen on it because what they're saying is the students' organisational skills, their readiness for the moves that happen in secondary school are particularly important for those Year 5 and 6 students, so they're adapting to that move and transition to secondary really well. So no problems at all from their part.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Trudy. Now, I'm going to hand over to Debbie for this next one. It's in relation to how much homework do senior primary students receive?
A very important question in the eyes of students. The homework that they get every night consists of rehearsal of basic skills that they learn in class requiring minimal teacher supervision. So using research-based evidence of space practice, they frequently revisit those basic concepts over the course of the whole year, as opposed to doing it all in one large massed period where they tend to forget about it. So what does it look like in senior primary? It will be some maths fluency work. Yeah. It will be revision of mathematical concepts. It will be around spelling and language conventions, and most importantly, reading. So we use the AR reading program here, which is able to personalise students' reading level at their exact level of independent reading ability, and using the books in our library. They borrow books and they are regularly practicing those books. It's really important that they practice at that level so that they are building the correct reading behaviours.
So no dioramas or assignments ever to do again, mums and dads. That's the most important point, is it really is about mastery of basic facts to get them to long-term memory, so when they're at school they have that working memory space to think. But it's not onerous for you nor for the students, and nor should it be.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, well answered by both of you. Okay, well, that brings us to the close of the questions. I thank you for taking the time to actually join us for our virtual senior primary tour, and also for sending in your questions. And I do invite you from this stage forward to make contact with our enrolments team, with whether it's Kira or Debbie, and to organise a personalised tour. Love to meet you on those tours as you're walking around and having a look around our beautiful school. And as an added opportunity is also we offer taster days. So if you feel that your child would benefit from getting to know our community through the experience of a school day at Flinders prior to you enrolling, that also is something that we can organise. Look, I really look forward to meeting you in person in the very near future. Thank you very much once again.
As do we all. Thank you for your attendance this evening.
Thank you.